You are standing on a threshold, a door to a future you have bled for, a promotion, a new venture, a creative masterpiece. It's almost in your grasp. You turn to share the moment with her, the partner you trust, the one who has been your rock. But you see something flicker in her eyes. It's gone in an instant, replaced by a smile, a hug, words of support. "I'm so proud of you," she says. But the feeling lingers, a cold spot in a warm room. Then, the small things begin. The accidents. The important message she forgot to give you. The client's name she misremembered just before your big call. Each one is a tiny paper cut. Insignificant on its own, but they add up. 1,000 tiny cuts that leave your ambition bleeding out on the floor. You dismiss it. It's stress, coincidence. You'd be a monster to suspect her. She loves you. She says it every day, but her love feels heavy. Her support feels like an anchor, and you start to feel like you're drowning. This is not an accident. This is a pattern, and it has a name. It's called the loyalty test. It's a subconscious war she is waging, not against you, but against her own deepest fear, the fear of abandonment, the terror that your success will be the ship that carries you away from her, leaving her stranded on the shore. Your ambition isn't a shared dream. To her subconscious, it's a countdown clock to the moment you realize you don't need her anymore. So she sabotages you, not with a knife in the back, but with a gentle hand that nudges you off balance, just enough to make you stumble, just enough to make you fail. Every failure brings you back to her, back to the safety of the ooze she understands, the equilibrium she desperately needs to maintain. She reframes this sabotage, even to herself, as an act of protection. He's working too hard. This is too risky. I just don't want to see him get hurt. Her fear disguises itself as love, and this makes the poison almost impossible to detect, because you are drinking it from the hand you trust the most. This is the core of the test. If he truly loves me, her subconscious screams, he will choose our comfort over his ambition. He will choose me. Every obstacle she creates, every mistake she makes is a question, a test of your devotion not to her, but to the status quo. If you give up, if you stay, you pass her test. You have proven your loyalty, but you have sacrificed a part of your soul. If you persist, if you push through her subtle resistance, you fail. You confirm her deepest fear, that you are already gone. Consider the story of Elias and Lenora, a familiar tale, dressed in the gothic tragedy of everyday life. Elias was an architect of dreams, not of buildings, but of worlds. He had a chance to start his own firm, to build a legacy from scratch. Lenora, his loving partner, was his biggest cheerleader. At least that's what he thought. Her words were honey. "Whatever you want, my love, I'm with you." The night before his pitch to investors, the most important meeting of his life, he was rehearsing. Lenora brought him coffee. As she leaned in for a kiss, the cup slipped. The coffee flooded the keyboard. The final draft of his presentation, hours of work, was gone, drowned in caffeine and apologies. "I'm so sorry, I'm so clumsy," she cried. Elias comforted her, his own heart sinking. It was an accident. It had to be. A week later, a crucial networking event. An invitation that could salvage his project. He told her how important it was. That same evening, she scheduled a surprise family dinner. Her parents were coming. "It's been so long," she said, her eyes pleading. "It's important to them, to us." He was trapped. Choosing his future meant devastating her. So he went to the dinner. He chose her. And with every choice like this, a brick was added to the wall around his ambition. A prison built with the mortar of love and guilt. Then came the whispers. The seeds of doubt planted in the dark. "Are you sure you're ready for this pressure?" she'd ask, stroking his hair. "What if you fail? We could lose everything." Her concern was a beautiful, suffocating blanket. He started to believe her. His confidence eroded, replaced by her fear. He was seeing his dream through her eyes, and through them, it looked like a monster. The transformation happens in a moment of cold, brutal clarity. A dropped mask, an overheard whisper, a pattern so clear it can no longer be denied. For Elias, it was a conversation with a friend. He laid out the accidents, the coincidences. He was looking for reassurance, for someone to call him crazy, but his friend didn't. He just listened. And then he asked one question. What does she have to lose if you succeed? And the world fractured. The prison of guilt shattered. He saw the pattern, the love, the fear, the gentle, devastating sabotage. The confrontation is the hardest part. It's not an accusation of malice. It is an exposure of fear, a wound held open. You don't say, "You are trying to destroy me." You say, "You are afraid I will leave, and your fear is breaking us." Denial will come first. Rage, accusations. Her subconscious will fight to protect its strategy, to protect her from the terror of her own insecurity. But beneath the anger is a truth she can no longer hide from. The loyalty test has been exposed. Its power is gone. This is a pivotal moment. The relationship will either transform or it will die. It cannot remain in the twilight of sabotage. Can her fear be healed? Can she learn that true love is not about holding someone in place, but about giving them the wings to fly, trusting they will return? And can you forgive? Can you rebuild trust on the scorched earth of your undermined dreams? This dynamic isn't exclusive to one gender. It's a human story, a story of fear, insecurity, and the desperate, misguided attempts to control what we are terrified to lose. But true loyalty is never proven by failure. It is proven by growth, shared growth, the courage to let each other evolve, even if it changes the dynamic forever. Look closely at the support you are given. Is it a tailwind, pushing you forward to new heights? Or is it a beautiful, heavy anchor, disguised as a loving embrace?